Hey guys, it's Penguin here, and welcome back to another gold making video. In this video, I'm going to show you a variety of different items, or 3 different vendors, which you can go and purchase items. So these are items that you literally just go to a vendor items which you purchase, and then you're going to throw them on the auction house to make a ton of gold with. Now, the amount of gold that you're going to expect from doing this is going to vary depending on your region and your realm, but you can expect with this, you will probably double or triple your gold if you do all of these methods. Using the NA region, right now, most of these methods will triple or even quadruple the gold investment. So this is something you definitely want to do if you have not done already. Now, if you are a longer term gold maker, if you are somebody who has been doing this for a while, the first 2 methods are probably not going to be anything new to you. I am including them because I think they're great for beginners. So the first 2 methods might not be anything special, but the 3rd method might be something that you haven't heard about in a while or you forgot about, so stay tuned for that one. But already getting into it, we're going to first start out with a vendor inside of Old Dalaran. So currently I am on my tailorer, and the reason for that is because we are going to be purchasing shirts. Now, it does not matter what profession or character you buy these on. I just was on my main character, who happens to be a tailorer, so I thought it would fit this. But currently where I am is inside of Old Dalaran, which is the Dalaran inside of Wrath of the Lich King. And on the opposite side of the landing area, so right over here, in front of the Citadel, we have the Threads of Fate armor shop. You're going to make your way into here, and you have this clother right here, who is what you're going to be buying from. So once again, if you are a very long-term gold maker, then you will be very familiar with this method. But this is what I did when I was starting out, 5 years ago back in Legion. I was doing this exact same thing. And what you're going to do is you're literally going to buy these t-shirts, and then you're going to post them on the auction house. What these are unique t-shirts from this vendor that have like some pretty cool styles. Oh, I guess it's hard to see since I actually have something on, but as you can see right there, there's a red or there's an orange one, we have a blue one, black one, so on and so on. These are all some like really cool t-shirts that a lot of people use for transmog, which is why all of these shirts are in high demand, and they're BOE, so most people don't know that you could get them from a vendor, so they purchase them off the auction house. But taking a look at this, on average, all of these t-shirts are going to cost you no more than 50 gold. Of course, you have the few outliers of this one's 55, this one's 52, and this one's 1,000, but everything else is 50 and below, and the cheapest you can get is even 25 gold. So the best thing about this is the amount of gold that they sell for. So skipping to the amber one right here, as you can see on my server currently, I can sell this for about 1,300 gold, and the market value or the region market value is actually about 2,500 gold. So this is super good. I mean, you're purchasing it for 45 gold, and you're going to be able to sell it for, at least probably 1,000. As you can see, the region sale average is only about 200. So you're still turning, that 200 gold from 45 gold, so profit is still there. But of course, there are way better shirts than others. For example, right here, as you can see, I have not done this in probably about 2 years, and that's because this is something that I did when I was starting out, stuff like that, so I don't actually do this myself that much anymore, just for the fact that I forget about it, and if I ever sell out, I generally don't restock. But as you can see, I've sold 2 of these shirts in the past for about, 1,300 gold. And currently on my server, they sell for about 1,800 gold. And once again, region market average is anywhere between 500 to even 3,400 gold. So once again, turning something that's less than 50 gold into 500 plus is super awesome. Of course, this sell rate isn't the best. Right now, there's a region of about a 0.01, so that's kind of like a standard traditional transmog sell rate, but at the point in time when I was selling them, my actual sell rate was 0.09, which is actually very, very high. So there's potentially your chance that you can have a lot better selling rate on your specific server. Highlighting these other ones, once again, I sold this one. It seems like I sold it pretty fast, and I sold it for about 1,600. Currently, it can go for anywhere between 800 to 3,000. Just continuing, these all are around the same pricings, etc., etc. Once again, I sold this one myself for about 2,000, so on and so on. And all of these, as you can see, are just around that, 1,000 to 2,000 mark, which once again, you're purchasing these for so cheap. And of course, like I said before, I haven't really sold any of these for the past, 2 years or so. Right here, I did sell this one about 87 days ago. So, that's about, a little less than 3 months ago, I did actually sell this shirt, and I sold it for 1,800 gold. I probably found this in my guild bank because I don't remember going to this vendor, so I probably found it in my guild bank. But as you can see, I turned basically something worth 37 gold, and I turned it into 1,800 gold, and that sell rate at that point was actually a 0.07. So it might just be my server in terms of sale rate, but a lot of these shirts have about a 0.01 to a 0.02, like right here, in terms of sale rate. But on my experience on my server, the personal sell rates have been a lot higher. Also, the special embroidered shirt right here is also very, very good. As you can see, right now it's super inflated on my server. It's not going to sell for 100,000 gold, but region sale average is about the 5,000 mark, which is a lot more reasonable, but that is still, multiplying your investment by 5, which is super awesome. Once again, about 3 months ago, I also sold this shirt, and I actually seem to have sold it for about 14,000 gold. So, taking something worth 1,000, turning it into 14,000 gold, even if it takes a while to sell, throwing up, these 16 shirts on the auction house can definitely bring you in some gold, just, passively as you repost this. But this is the first kind of vendor flip shuffle, and we're going to be moving on to the next one. So the next vendor I'm going to be talking about is also inside of Old Dalaran, and depending on your faction, it is either going to be in the Sun Reaver Sanctuary or in the Silver Enclave. So the Horde is up here, and the Alliance version is down here. But if you are a Horde, because I am Horde on this character, you're going to make your way to the Sanctuary, and you're going to find a room that kind of has these blue curtains. As you can see, this is like the pathway coming in, and this building right here, it is just the same thing for the Alliance, but it's in this area right here. So just go down there if you're Alliance, and you're going to talk to this woman right here. Now,
has a price.
Once again, if you are Alliance, you're probably going to see a similar version of this, so you will just want to talk to the right person. They all sell different stuff, but you're going to find the person that sells frozen orbs. Now, what you can do with these orbs is you can turn them in with another trader that I'll just show you. You can trade these into Eternals, which are used for crafting, and they can be very, very expensive. So right now I am on a Goblin, and the reason for this is because you can get these cheap if you have reputation. So traditionally, if you go to this vendor with no reputation on any character, these are going to cost about 75 gold each. But if you are exalted with the Sun Reavers or the Silver Covenant, then you're going to get it at 60 gold apiece. The reason I'm on a Goblin is because they have a racial. They have the Goblin racial that allows you to have the best possible gold discount regardless of faction. So because of that, I do not need reputation. So if you are Horde, definitely come here on a Goblin or somebody who has that exalted rep. But in this case, you will be buying orbs for anywhere between 60 to 75 gold, which I will show you what to do with these now. So I don't have a lot of gold on this character, but I can buy 36, so that's what I'm going to do. and then you're just going to want to mount up and make your way to the back of Old Dalaran. Right here in this corridor, you will see this little guy, Frozo. You will see him on a carpet, and as you can see, he trades in 1 orb for 1 eternal. Now, a lot of these Eternals are actually going to be cheaper than the standard orb. For example, I believe it's the Earth. Yes, the Earth is very easy to like farm and get. So, this is something would be considered a bad trade because you don't want to turn something in that you spent, 60 to 75 gold for something that's worth 26 gold. But the one that you are going to be focusing on, which normally does the best for me, is the Eternal Fires as well as the Eternal Waters. So currently on my server, the waters sell for about 90 gold a piece, but region average is about 136 gold. So chances are you might have a better deal on your server. Also with the fires, right now they're going for about 80 gold, but my personal market value is 130, and region sale average is, region market average is about anywhere between 100 to 200 gold. So at this point, if I'm purchasing these for 60, both of these are making me anywhere between 20 to 30 gold profit. If I buy this for 75, currently with the min buyout, the fire is cutting it close, but traditionally the average is selling it at 130, which means I'm still good to go. And, 75 to 90 gold, that's still 15 gold profit. So it's cutting it close, but that's still profit to be made. Also, on my server, the life does good as well. So the life also is selling for anywhere between, 90 to 140. And then sometimes, depending on your server, the shadow can also be very good, which, right now on my server, it's about that 100 gold mark. So I will say the Eternal Earth and the Air is generally the worst for me. Right now, I say that, and the Air is actually doing really good. So, it's really just up to your server preference. But in terms of sale rate, I will say the Fire seems to have the highest at a 0.1 sell rate, which is really, really good. And Shadow is also up there with that 0.1 sell rate as well. Then following, we have the Air at about 0.07. Then we have the Water and Life at a 0.04. And we're not going to talk about the Earth because it's probably not going to be profitable for you. But something as simple as this, actually right now, I want to do this in terms of like sale rate and profit, the Air is actually the best for this. So what I can do is, first of all, you can just right click and trade, but I'm just going to buy all 35. But there we go. I turned in those 36 orbs for these 36 Eternal Airs. Then, of course, like I said before, I bought those orbs for about 2,000 gold. But as you can see, my expected selling cost for this is going to be about 5,400 gold, which, is going to be about 3,000 gold profit. So right there, turning 2,000 gold into 5,000 gold very easily. All I have to do is sell it. So what I would say for this is I normally do about 20 each. So I would go here, and so with these 5 right here, I would go buy about, 100 of the orbs, and then I would get about 20 of each Eternal. The more or the faster it sells, you can kind of up that and, invest more into a certain Eternal. But if you've never done this before, I highly recommend doing it that way. But once again, this is something that you will just want to post on your auction house. It's not going to make you super rich overnight, but, investing that 2,000 gold or that 10,000 gold and being able to double or even triple it, going into the 20s or 30,000s, it will definitely add up over time. So I love this shuffle as well. If I'm crafting with these Eternals, I will go here and personally do this in order to save me some gold. So for those lazy people that are out there, or the lazy people, or the people that just don't know this even exists, then you can definitely make some profit by selling this to them. But that is it for this second method, and now we're going to be moving on to our third one. Alright, so for this last vendor, it is actually 5 vendors, but they all kind of sell the same thing. So, I'm going to be posting the locations on the screen, so I'm not running around all of that, and we're just going to keep this nice and simple. So the basic concept of this is buying the 5 vendor Legion pets and selling them on the auction house. So this is great for those people who haven't really been into gold making, but they have been playing the game for a pretty long time, so they were active during Legion. The only downside to this method is that you do need reputation. So mostly this trick is going to be used for those folks who did actually play during Legion. So if you haven't, you're definitely going to have to do a rep grind if you want to do this method, or you just do not have to include this one into your daily stuff. But for the people who were active during Legion, there are 5 battle pets that all are related to each faction inside of Legion. So the first one we have is the Court Scribe, which you get by being revered with the Court of Ferondis. Then you have the Extinguished Eye, which you need to be revered with the Nightfallen. Then you have the Sunborn Valkyr, which you need revered with Valajar. Then you have Ashana, which you need to be revered with the Dream Reavers. And lastly, you have the Fledgling Owl, which you need to be revered with the Wardens. Now, the thing that all of these pets have in common, despite the fact that they need reputation, is you can purchase these all for anywhere between 450 gold and 400 gold. The reason why I give this average is if you are only revered, you will be able to pick up each of these pets for 450 gold each. But if you are exalted, which some of you might be if you played actively during Legion, then you can pick up these pets for 400 gold each. So either way, it's either going to cost you 2,000 or 2,500 gold to pick up all 5 of these pets. So as long as you have the reputation, all you have to do is go to these different vendors. They are all the quartermasters of the regarding reputation, and they sell really well. The best thing about these pets is they sell for an average of about 3,000 gold each currently on the auction house. When I started planning this video, I used the US median prices to calculate the total price that it's going for currently, and the best pet right now that is going for is Ashana, which is going for 5,000 gold, and everything else is going for 4,000 gold, despite the Extinguished Eye, which is the worst, going for about 1,800 gold. So on average, let's say we make 3,000 gold each. If you can sell all 5 of these pets for 3,000 gold, that means 15,000 gold in sold value. Once again, if you pick these up for let's just say 400 gold, that is 2,000 gold invested, which turns into 15,000 gold, and that is 13,000 gold profit, which on a long-term scale, on a big scale, 13,000 gold doesn't seem like a lot, but making 13,000 gold while only investing 2k is a very, very big increase and a very big deal. Most of the time, profit margins with crafting stuff is only about 20%, maybe 30 to 40 if it's a really nice item, but being able to see such a huge increase is awesome. Now, I will give you a few tips with this. Currently, the Sunborn Valkyr is the best seller that I've noticed out of all of these. The reason for that is that I believe it's currently used in some type of battle pet meta. I don't exactly know how the battle pets work, but I know that the Sunborn is actively being used for actual pet battles, and all the other ones I believe are just kind of used for like collections and people buy them. Some of them might be used for some lesser battles, but currently with my personal data, because I've been selling these pets, the Sunborn Valkyr is doing the best. Like I said before, if you guys can purchase these pets for anywhere, 450 to 400 gold each, you can sell them for 3,000 gold each. You are making 13,000 gold profit, which once again, it doesn't seem like a lot, but let's say you're able to do this 10 times. Let's say you're able to do this, you can sell 5 every single month. Then by the end of the year, you've sold a cycle of these 12 times or over 10 times, which means you're making over, 130,000 gold every single year or every 10 months. And that is absolutely insane. This is something that you can literally take 5 minutes to do. When you go there, maybe you buy 5 of each pet, store them inside of a guild bank or a personal bank, just leave them be, and then, once they sell, pull another one out. And by the time the end of the year rolls around, you've made an extra 100k inside of your bags. So this is something, once again, on short-term scale. It doesn't seem like a lot, but if you're able to sell multiples of these very, very frequently, then you can make a lot of profit. So this is something that's really cool because I was actually flipping pets. A lot of what I do is I buy cheap pets and then I take them to a server to sell them for more expensive. And so what I noticed is during that time, I was actually buying a lot of these pets off the auction house to sell them for even more. So I was purchasing these for 1,500 gold or 2,000 gold, and I was taking them to servers where I could sell them for 6,000 gold. And then I finally realized, oh wow, these are actually vendor pets, and instead of spending 2,000 gold, I can actually just buy it for 400 gold because I played during Legion. So being able to figure out that these are actually vendor pets, which a lot of people forget about or don't even know, has definitely saved me a lot of gold and has made me more money as well. But yeah, guys, that is basically it. I hope this makes sense. A lot of this is geared to the beginner gold makers, so to the folks out there who've been doing this for a while, some of this stuff might seem, let's say, not worth it to you, or just you don't really want to do this or anything like that. I completely understand that, but at the end of the day, an extra 100, 200k coming into the mailbox can definitely, feel nice, benefit you, even if it takes, just 10 minutes of work. But for the beginners out there, I highly recommend getting this into your daily routine, or not daily routine, but your daily postings. And then maybe, once a month, you check back to see what's sold, and then you restock it. Maybe the Eternals, you have to do that every 2 weeks or so. But I hope this makes sense. I hope you're able to double some of your gold that you have by using these methods. Of course, it's old world, so you can't be too expecting with the fast sales, but these definitely will sell since they do have a market and they are needed for a lot of crafting. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to let me know. Of course, join the Discord to be notified with anything happening with the channel, and thank you so much for watching. Have a good day.